Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Enzo Gautama from G7 Syafana Islamic School. And today I want to tell an interesting story about life recharge. In a time far into the future, there was a man named Freddy Gonzalez. He was a very smart person who liked technology. Freddy went to MIT for college, but sadly he had to drop out because his father was very sick and he had no other family members left, so Freddy had to take care of it. Freddy's father had a heart disease and had to use an implanted heart machine, which its battery had to be replaced every few months. Freddy's father was getting older and weaker, and he could no longer stand the procedure. So Freddy wanted to make a heart machine able to recharge itself without a battery. But sadly, it was just too late. Freddy's father had passed away. Freddy was sad for many weeks, but he had no money and needed a job. So he decided to work retail for a few months. The job wasn't actually that hard. He just had to clean the working robots, which was a very common machine at that time. And he got very decent amount of money to pay his bills. But what he hated about working there was one of his co-workers, Jake. Jake always kept teasing and bullying, but Freddy just ignored him. But one day, Jake went too far. He accidentally broke one of the machines and blamed Freddy. The manager was so furious and didn't believe any of Freddy's protests, and Freddy had to fix the machine or he was fired. Luckily, Freddy had some experience and he fixed the machine. But he was very mad at Jake because he blamed him. So Freddy told Jake to stay away. And Jake saw that Freddy was actually very smart and felt bad for him. So Jake apologized for everything that he did to Freddy. But Freddy just kept ignoring him. So Jake stopped all his bullying and actually did nice things to Freddy. And Freddy was starting to believe that Jake had changed. One day, Freddy was talking to his colleagues about his father and his plan to make a heart machine that was able to recharge itself. And Jake had overheard this conversation, and later that day, he went to Freddy and said, "Freddy, please help my father. My father is very sick, and I know you can help him because you're very smart." And Freddy thought about his own father and agreed to help Jake. So the two worked tirelessly trying to make a heart machine able to recharge itself. And after months of hard working and determination, they had finally made a heart machine able to recharge itself. Then they gave it to Jake's father, and it actually saved his life. Freddy and Jake were overjoyed. They were extremely happy. But with such power, they could help countless of other lives. So they built more heart machines and sold them to hospitals. And soon, a lot of hospitals around the country knew about the heart machine, and all of them wanted to buy the heart machines. So Freddy and Jake became quite famous. So they built a company called Neutron Incorporated. Then Freddy wanted to make another invention, an invention that might change the world. He wanted to make a power source similar to the heart machine, which it was able to recharge itself, but for other electrical appliances. So, while Jake was building and selling heart machines, Freddy was expanding their business by making a device called the neutron chip. After months of planning, designing, and preparation, he was ready. Except he had nowhere near enough money to build the needed materials to make the neutron chip. So, Freddy decided to go on a business trip to try to find an investor willing to invest in this idea. Once he did, he set up a meeting with the investor and pitched his idea. A small device made of nanotechnology that could transform natural power sources such as kinetic energy, heat energy, light energy, and transform it to electricity. The investor was very impressed and believed that Freddy could actually make this neutron chip because Freddy had already made a heart machine able to recharge itself. So the investor invested all the needed money to build the neutron chip. And Freddy was happy. So he started building the neutron chip. He kept on working and working, and after months of working, he even got all his MIT friends to help him build the neutron chip. And after years of tirelessly working, they had finally made the neutron chip. A chip that could power phones, laptops, electric cars, houses, and other electrical appliances with infinite power. So, Freddy and Jake introduced the neutron chip to the world. At first, nobody believed that the neutron chip could actually work. But then, some people bought the neutron chip and it actually worked. And so, a lot of people wanted to buy the neutron chip. And everyone in the world knew about this neutron chip. And soon enough, the whole world of technology was mostly powered by the neutron chip. So, Freddy and Jake became the most famous people in the world because of their invention. People were even calling them the modern day Elon Musk. Freddy's invention was a game changer to technology, and it helped change billions of lives by giving them an infinite power source. Well, that's it for my story. Thank you for listening. Stay healthy and have a good day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.